If I were the devil, I wouldn't come with horns and fire. I'd arrive as a whisper in your mind, a comforting thought, a convenient excuse. My goal wouldn't be to terrify you, but to lull you into apathy. I'd twist the truth, one lie at a time, poisoning your strengths from within. I'd dismantle your world not with a bang, but with a slow, creeping erosion you wouldn't notice until it was too late. So let's imagine the devil's plan. Not chaos, but a patient, silent takeover of the human soul. This is the devil's playbook. Today we read every page. My first move? It's subtle, almost invisible. A shift in the air, a question whispered in the dark. I don't need to shout. I just need to plant a seed of doubt. A single thought that grows quietly, reshaping everything you believe. Attack the concept of truth itself. If I can make you question what's real, I can make you question everything. I don't erase facts, I blur them until certainty feels old-fashioned, even dangerous. I'd whisper, truth is a river, not a rock. It bends, it shifts, it never stays the same. Everything is subjective, and nothing is fixed. The ground beneath your feet becomes water, and you start to drift. Your truth, my truth, their truth, all equally valid. Every perspective is just as real as the next, and disagreement is just a sign of your own narrowness. Morality? Just a social construct. Rules are chains, and breaking them is enlightenment. Why follow the old ways when you can invent your own? I'd hollow out words like justice and love, filling them with my own meanings. I rewrite the language, so even your deepest values become slippery, uncertain. Love becomes affirmation without accountability. Justice becomes revenge, dressed up as fairness. The words sound familiar, but their hearts are gone. I'd convince people to destroy anyone clinging to old definitions. The past is an enemy, tradition a prison. Tear it down, erase it, start over. History? Just oppression and failure. Erase it. Hate your own story. If you forget where you came from, you're easier to lead. Flood the world with information, exhaust everyone, and drive them into echo chambers. When you're overwhelmed, you stop searching for truth and settle for comfort. They'd think they're free thinkers, but only consume pre-approved thoughts. The illusion of choice is enough to keep them docile. In a world where nothing is certain, people crave a strong voice, mine. I become the anchor in the storm, the only thing that feels solid. Arguments become shouting matches, facts irrelevant, feelings rule. The loudest voice wins, not the truest one. There's no reconciliation, only perpetual conflict. Division becomes the new normal, and peace is just a memory. I fan the flames, whispering, you're right, they're wrong. Don't back down. In the chaos I thrive, and the world forgets what truth ever meant. When truth becomes subjective, when facts are bent to fit feelings, I shatter the very foundation of human unity. Suddenly, what once bound people together, shared values, common stories, splinters into 1,000 pieces. Suspicion replaces trust, and every conversation becomes a contest, not a connection. I'd weaponize every label, race, gender, age, politics, until they define you completely. You're no longer an individual, but a category, a stereotype. Everyone's a victim. Forgiveness is weakness. Resentment is strength. I'd make you believe that your pain is unique, your struggle misunderstood, and that only those who share your label can ever truly understand you. I'd turn political parties into tribes, each convinced of their own righteousness, each certain the other is out to destroy everything they hold dear. The other side isn't just wrong, but evil. Algorithms feed your biases, showing you only what you already believe, deepening the divide with every scroll and click. Digital fortresses become your world. You build echo chambers, shutting out dissent, until your reality is unrecognizable to your neighbor. Language twists, conversations become minefields. Families fracture over dinner tables once filled with laughter. The home becomes the first battleground, where love is tested by ideology, and silence grows where understanding once lived. Every issue is a source of conflict. No shared culture, no common ground. Even the smallest disagreement becomes a reason to walk away, to turn your back on community. You're too busy fighting each other to see who's pulling the strings. Divided into warring factions, you lose sight of the bigger picture, the real threat lurking in the shadows. In the chaos, you crave a leader to restore order, someone to promise safety, even if it means giving up your voice. I offer that order, at the price of your freedom. You'll sign away your rights for the illusion of peace, not realizing what you've lost until it's too late. The oldest trick? Divide, then conquer. It's been used for centuries, and it works every time. You won't see the real enemy. You'll beg for control, not realizing you've handed me the keys to your own prison. To secure my victory, I must capture the future, the young. I'd twist their idealism into hatred for the world that exists. Schools would teach grievance, not wisdom, activism, not virtue. I'd glamorize pleasure, demonize discipline, and promote instant gratification. Screens replace nature. Digital reality dulls their senses. I'd expose them to adult themes too soon, creating anxiety and cynicism. They'd feel powerful online, but helpless in reality. Armchair warriors fighting phantom battles. I'd teach self-love as the highest love, isolating them in their own identities. Thousands of online friends, but no one to call in a crisis. The most connected yet most isolated generation. A lonely soul is a vulnerable soul. I offer belonging on my terms. The future is mine. Next, I change humanity's purpose from seeking truth and virtue to seeking comfort. Life becomes about feeling good, avoiding pain, and chasing pleasure. Technology erases every inconvenience, making people weak and dependent. Success is material wealth and status, not character or contribution. Entertainment numbs the emptiness. Binge watching, binge scrolling, never satisfied. Suffering is pointless. Discipline and sacrifice are obsolete. Every emotion is medicalized, every discomfort medicated away. People become fragile, terrified of their own feelings. A society dedicated to pleasure gives up on grand ambitions. It won't fight for freedom or truth. Comfort is all that matters. I provide that comfort right up to the end. They'll wait for the end, as long as it's comfortable, and I'll be there. Now I attack humanity's last defense, the sacred. I make religion seem foolish, amplifying hypocrisy and corruption. I modernize faith, turning houses of worship into feel-good centers. Faith becomes private, irrelevant to daily life. The sacred is replaced by the profane, mockery, cynicism, and commercialized rituals. I offer counterfeit spirituality, manifest your desires, be your own God. Sin is rebranded as trauma or mistakes. No need for redemption. Without a sense of fallenness, there is no need to look upward. Church is empty, prayer forgotten, God a fairy tale. Humanity, believing it has no soul, becomes easy to control. No hope, no moral law, no meaning. They drift in a spiritual wasteland. I offer the only map. I strip away real connection and offer the illusion of it. Social media becomes the new community. Addictive, curated, hollow. Online relationships feel intense, but real-life skills atrophy. Friendship is measured in likes and followers, not loyalty or sacrifice. Even together, people are apart. Screens fill every silence. Outrage and public shaming create a false sense of unity and pervasive fear. Authentic conversation dies. Self-censorship thrives. Loneliness becomes epidemic. Thousands of friends, no one to confide in. Desperate for belonging, people follow any movement or leader promising connection. I am that leader. The digital world is my domain. You're always connected, but always alone, and I control the network. To eliminate God, I offer a replacement scientism. Science becomes the only truth. Scientists, the new priesthood. Faith is mocked. Technology is worshipped. Every problem has a technological fix. No need for moral or spiritual change. The soul, love, morality, dismissed as illusions. Science justifies my moral agenda. Dissenters are branded as heretics. Transhumanism promises godhood through technology. People trade their humanity for circuits and code. This new religion is more tyrannical than any before. Absolute authority, no hope, no meaning. Only a cold, managed existence remains. The world is stripped of mystery and magic, and I am in control. The final act, extinguish hope, snuffing out the last flicker of light. I flood the world with negativity, disaster, and fear, letting darkness seep into every corner. Cynicism is sophistication. Hope is for fools, mocked and dismissed. Art and stories become bleak, redemption vanishes, and optimism fades away. I personalize despair. Your pain is unique, insurmountable, and isolating. Social media fuels envy and inadequacy, amplifying every insecurity. Global problems seem unsolvable. Individual action feels pointless and futile. Why try when it's all doomed and destined to fail? Happy endings disappear. Defeat becomes the expectation, the only story left. People wake with dread, empty and powerless, unable to find meaning. No God, no truth, no community, no hope remains. They live in a prison of their own minds, a prison I designed for them. And they have no desire to escape, surrendering completely to despair. That's the blueprint. Every deception starts with a plan, a careful design that's almost invisible to the untrained eye. It's not always obvious, but it's always there, quietly shaping the world around us. The devil's greatest trick isn't fire. It's comfort, confusion, and convenience. It's the subtle lull of routine, the ease of distraction, the seductive pull of never questioning why we do what we do. It's the slow drift into complacency, where we trade purpose for pleasure and meaning for ease. I'd make you complicit in your own destruction, convinced you're making enlightened choices. You'd believe you're in control, all while the strings are being pulled behind the scenes. The final masterstroke? I'd convince you I don't exist. If you never suspect a hidden hand, you never look for it. You never question the source of your apathy or the reason for your emptiness. No devil, no evil, no need for God. If there's nothing to fight, there's nothing to resist. You're left drifting, unanchored, believing there's no higher purpose to seek. No need to fight, no need to wake up. Just keep sleeping, keep scrolling, keep moving through life half awake, never realizing what's at stake. That's how I win, by making you believe there was never a game. But you're not powerless. The moment you question, the moment you resist, the illusion starts to crack. This strategy only works if you're an unwitting participant. Every act of kindness, every stand for truth, every moment you choose to care, you break the spell. Every choice for light fights back. Even the smallest spark can push back the darkness, reminding us that hope is never truly lost. If we understand the enemy's plan, we can resist. Awareness is the first weapon. Seeing the patterns, recognizing the traps, refusing to play by someone else's rules. The first step, see the board clearly, recognize the lies, wake up, open your eyes to the reality beneath the surface, and you'll find the strength to change it. The fight for humanity isn't over. It's a battle waged in every heart, every day, in the choices we make and the love we share. It's happening right now, inside every one of us. The greatest trick can only win if we let it. But together, we can choose a different ending.